Have you ever wondered who ignited the spark that led to the abolition of slavery in the United States? The abolitionist movement was a pivotal chapter in American history, a time of tumult, transformation, and tenacity, where brave souls dared to challenge the societal norms. One such soul was William Lloyd Garrison, a name that echoes through the annals of time. Born into poverty in the early 19th century, Garrison's early life was far from easy. Yet it was this very hardship that shaped his perspective, nurturing a deep empathy for the oppressed. It was this empathy that would later fuel his relentless advocacy against the institution of slavery. Garrison was not just a man, he was a force, a driving force in the abolitionist movement, unyielding in his fight for what he believed was right. So, who was this man that dared to challenge the status quo and fight for the freedom of others? Born in a humble seaport town, young Garrison's life was anything but ordinary. Growing up in the early 19th century, Garrison faced the harsh realities of poverty and hardship. He was born to a seafaring father who abandoned the family when Garrison was just 2 years old. The struggles of his early life forged an unshakable resolve in him. It was during his teenage years, working as an apprentice for a local newspaper, that Garrison's passion for journalism and social justice ignited. He used the power of the written word to express his vehement opposition to slavery, a stance that was considered radical at the time. Through his work as a journalist, he honed his skills in persuasive writing, critical thinking, and public speaking. These skills served him well in his later crusade against slavery, laying the groundwork for his future as one of the most influential abolitionists of his era. It was these experiences that led Garrison to become a beacon of hope for the enslaved. Armed with a pen and a vision, Garrison waged a war against slavery. In 1831, he established the Liberator, a weekly newspaper that served as the mouthpiece for the abolitionist movement. Garrison's words were bold, his stance unwavering. He argued fervently for the immediate emancipation of all slaves, a radical idea at a time when many abolitionists advocated for gradual emancipation. The Liberator became a beacon of hope for those enslaved and a rallying cry for abolitionists. Fearlessly, Garrison exposed the brutal realities of slavery, challenging the moral conscience of a nation. He believed in the power of the written word to effect change, and indeed his words stirred hearts and minds. His uncompromising stance against slavery and his ceaseless advocacy for immediate emancipation made him a trailblazer in the abolitionist movement. Garrison's relentless campaign against slavery shook the very foundations of American society. The echoes of Garrison's voice still resonate in our society today. William Lloyd Garrison, a radical reformer, sowed the seeds for an egalitarian world. He was more than just an abolitionist. He was a beacon of hope, a harbinger of change who stood against the tide of societal norms. His legacy is not confined to the pages of history. It's alive in the spirit of every activist who takes a stand against injustice. His influence can be seen in the civil rights movement, in the fight for gender equality, and in every cry for social justice. Garrison's advocacy for racial equality, his unyielding stance against slavery, and his lifelong commitment to human rights set the stage for the eventual abolition of slavery. This monumental achievement was not solely his, but his role as an instigator, a motivator, and a trailblazer cannot be underestimated. Through his unwavering courage and determination, Garrison left an indelible mark on the world that continues to inspire us all.